Welcome to the latest rankings of the world's richest countries and regions for 2024, as reported by Forbes. Singapore. Singapore has secured the fourth position in the 2024 rankings of the world's richest countries and regions, as reported by Forbes. The list ranks countries based on their per capita gross domestic product, GDP, offering a clear comparison between the economic strengths of smaller nations and larger economies. Singapore's per capita GDP is $133,740, approximately $174,377, reflecting its strong economy and strategic financial policies. In comparison, the United States is ranked ninth with a per capita GDP of $85,370, around $111,309, underscoring the different economic dynamics at play between smaller, highly developed economies and larger, more diverse ones. The rankings are derived from data provided by the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and measure the total value of goods and services produced by a country, divided by the number of its full-time residents. This method offers insight into national wealth, but experts caution that per capita GDP alone does not present a complete picture of a country's economic health. Other factors, such as inflation rates, the cost of living, and local purchasing power, are equally important for a comprehensive assessment. To address these variables, economists often use purchasing power parity, PPP, adjustments, which refine per capita GDP figures by taking into account the relative cost of goods and services in each country. This allows for a more accurate comparison of economic well-being between nations. In addition to Singapore, the top 10 includes At number 1, we have Luxembourg. Here's a detailed overview of Luxembourg, particularly in the context of its economic standing and significance. Geography and demographics. Luxembourg is a small, landlocked country in Western Europe, bordered by Belgium, Germany, and France. It has a population of approximately 645,000 people, making it one of the least populated countries in Europe. The capital city, Luxembourg City, is known for its medieval old town and modern financial district. Luxembourg has consistently ranked as one of the richest countries in the world. In 2024, it secured the top position in the Forbes rankings of the richest countries based on per capita GDP, which stands at approximately $126,576, around $167,185. This remarkable figure highlights the country's strong economic performance and high standard of living. Financial sector. Luxembourg has a robust financial services industry, known for its banking, investment funds, and insurance sectors. It is a leading global hub for private banking and fund administration. Tax policies. The country's favorable tax environment, including low corporate tax rates and tax incentives for businesses, has attracted many multinational corporations and financial institutions to establish their headquarters or subsidiaries in Luxembourg. Diversification. While the financial sector is a significant contributor to the economy, Luxembourg has diversified into technology, logistics, and sustainable energy sectors, enhancing its economic resilience. European Union membership. As a founding member of the European Union and a member of the Eurozone, Luxembourg benefits from access to a larger European market, facilitating trade and investment opportunities. Despite its wealth, Luxembourg faces challenges, such as maintaining economic growth in the face of global competition and addressing social issues related to income inequality. the small size of the country can also lead to dependency on external markets. Luxembourg consistently ranks high in global quality of life indices, offering excellent healthcare, education, and public services. The country is known for its multilingual population, with Luxembourgish, French, and German being the official languages. Luxembourg's strategic economic policies, favorable business environment, and strong financial sector contribute significantly to its status as one of the world's richest countries. Its unique blend of a small population and a thriving economy makes it a noteworthy example of how smaller nations can achieve remarkable economic success. Second is Ireland, benefiting from a robust technology and pharmaceutical industry, thanks to significant foreign investments. Ireland is an island nation in northwestern Europe, bordered by the Atlantic Ocean to the west and the United Kingdom to the east. It has a population of about 5.1 million people. The capital, Dublin, is a major economic and cultural center known for its rich history and modern tech industry. Ireland ranks highly among the world's richest countries, securing second place in the 2024 Forbes rankings with a per capita GDP of approximately $148,160, around $195,555. The country's economic success is primarily driven by its open economy, foreign direct investment, FDI, and its strong technology and pharmaceutical sectors. Foreign direct investment, FDI. Ireland has long been a magnet for foreign investment due to its low corporate tax rate of 12.5%, a highly educated workforce, and its status as a member of the European Union. Many multinational corporations, particularly in the tech and pharmaceutical sectors, have established their European headquarters in Ireland. Companies like Apple, Google, Microsoft, and Pfizer have significant operations in the country, contributing to economic growth and job creation. Pharmaceutical and technology industries. Ireland is a global hub for the pharmaceutical and biotech industries, producing a significant share of the world's pharmaceutical products. Additionally, the country is a leader in the tech sector, with major investments in software development, cloud computing, and IT services. The presence of global tech giants has transformed Dublin into a European Silicon Valley. Tax policies. Ireland's low corporate tax rate is a key element of its economic strategy, attracting foreign companies and investors. The country has also implemented favorable tax policies for intellectual property, making it an attractive destination for multinational corporations looking to safeguard their intellectual assets. Skilled workforce. The country has a highly educated and English-speaking workforce, which is a major asset for attracting global companies. Ireland also invests heavily in education, with a focus on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, fields. Economic over-reliance on multinationals. While foreign investment has driven much of Ireland's economic growth, it also poses a vulnerability. The country's economy is heavily dependent on multinational corporations, meaning global economic downturns or changes in corporate tax policies could have significant effects. Housing crisis. Ireland has faced a housing shortage and rising property prices, particularly in Dublin, where the influx of foreign workers has driven up demand. This has led to concerns about affordability and the cost of living. Brexit impact. Although Ireland remains an EU member, Brexit has created some challenges, particularly in trade and political relations with the UK, one of its closest neighbors and key trading partners. Ireland's strong economic fundamentals and focus on attracting FDI are expected to continue driving growth. The government is also making efforts to diversify the economy by promoting innovation and entrepreneurship in areas like fintech, renewable energy, and artificial intelligence. Ireland's economic success is built on its ability to attract multinational companies, particularly in tech and pharmaceuticals, combined with favorable tax policies and a skilled workforce. While there are challenges, such as over-reliance on foreign companies and rising living costs, the country remains one of the most prosperous in the world, with a bright economic future ahead. In third place is Qatar. Qatar is a small peninsular nation located in the Middle East, bordering Saudi Arabia and surrounded by the Persian Gulf. Its population is approximately 2.9 million, with a large portion consisting of expatriates. The capital city, Doha, is a modern metropolis known for its futuristic skyscrapers and cultural landmarks. Qatar consistently ranks among the richest countries in the world due to its vast natural gas and oil reserves. In 2024, it holds the 5th position in the Forbes rankings of the world's richest countries, with a per capita GDP of around $124,410, approximately $164,346. The nation's wealth is primarily driven by the energy sector, which accounts for the majority of its GDP and export earnings. Natural gas and oil wealth. Qatar is the world's 3rd largest exporter of natural gas, and it holds significant reserves of crude oil. The country's North Field, one of the largest natural gas fields in the world, plays a crucial role in its economic success. Revenues from liquefied natural gas, LNG exports, have made Qatar one of the wealthiest nations globally on a per capita basis. Strategic investments. The Qatari government, through the Qatar Investment Authority, QIA, has strategically invested in a variety of industries and sectors around the world. This sovereign wealth fund, with assets exceeding $450 billion, diversifies the country's income streams and helps maintain long-term financial stability beyond its natural resource wealth. Diversification efforts. In line with its Qatar National Vision 2030, the government is making efforts to diversify its economy by investing in sectors such as finance, tourism, education, and technology. Projects like the Hamad International Airport, Qatar Financial Center, and tourism initiatives, like hosting the FIFA World Cup in 2022, are part of this plan. High standard of living. The country's vast wealth allows for high government spending on public services, including healthcare, education, and infrastructure. Qatar boasts one of the highest standards of living in the world, with citizens enjoying benefits like free education and healthcare. Economic diversification. Despite its immense wealth from natural resources, Qatar faces challenges in diversifying its economy and reducing its dependence on the energy sector. Global volatility in oil and gas prices can impact its economic stability. Regional relations. Qatar has faced diplomatic tensions with neighboring countries in recent years, particularly during the 2017 blockade led by Saudi Arabia and the UAE. While the blockade was resolved in 2021, it underscored the geopolitical challenges in the region. Qatar's leadership is focused on ensuring long-term economic sustainability by transitioning from an oil-based economy to a knowledge-based economy. Its investments in innovation, technology, and education are part of a broader strategy to secure its future prosperity beyond hydrocarbons. Qatar's vast energy wealth, combined with its strategic investments and efforts to diversify its economy, has solidified its position as one of the wealthiest nations in the world. Though challenges remain, its forward-looking policies and international investments place it in a strong position for sustained economic success. Fifth is the United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates, UAE, is a federation of 7 emirates located in the southeastern corner of the Arabian Peninsula, bordered by Saudi Arabia and Oman. Its capital is Abu Dhabi, while Dubai is its largest city and a global financial hub. The UAE has a population of around 10 million, with expatriates making up nearly 90% of the population. The UAE ranks 6th in the 2024 Forbes list of the world's richest countries, with a per capita GDP of approximately $103,840, around $137,500. Its wealth is driven by a combination of oil revenues, strategic investments, and its rapidly diversifying economy. Oil and gas industry. The UAE, particularly the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, possesses some of the world's largest oil and natural gas reserves. Oil production has been a central pillar of the country's economy since its discovery in the 1950s, and revenues from this sector have fueled the UAE's rapid development, particularly in infrastructure and public services. Diversification initiatives. In recent decades, the UAE has aggressively pursued economic diversification to reduce its reliance on oil. Sectors such as tourism, finance, real estate, logistics, and aviation have become significant contributors to the country's GDP. Dubai, in particular, has emerged as a global hub for finance, real estate, and trade, driven by major projects like the Burj Khalifa, Dubai Marina, and Palm Jumeirah. Tourism and hospitality. Tourism plays a major role in the UAE's economy. Dubai and Abu Dhabi are renowned for luxury shopping, ultra-modern architecture, and vibrant nightlife. Iconic landmarks such as the Burj Khalifa, the Palm Islands, and the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque attract millions of visitors annually. The UAE's investment in tourism infrastructure, including luxury resorts, theme parks, and global events, such as Expo 2020 in Dubai, has established it as a top destination. Global trade and logistics. Strategically located between Europe, Africa, and Asia, the UAE has become a critical player in global trade and logistics. Its ports, such as Jebel Ali in Dubai, and airports like Dubai International, one of the world's busiest for international passengers, make it a key logistics hub. Free zones and tax benefits. The UAE has developed numerous free trade zones, which offer favorable business conditions, including tax exemptions and full foreign ownership. These zones have attracted multinational corporations and entrepreneurs to set up businesses in industries like finance, IT, and manufacturing. Dependency on expatriate labor. With a large expatriate workforce, the UAE's economy is heavily reliant on foreign talent. This presents challenges related to workforce stability, as many expats are on temporary visas, and retaining top talent can be an issue. Environmental sustainability. The UAE's rapid growth has raised environmental concerns, including water scarcity, high carbon emissions, and reliance on fossil fuels. The country is working to address these issues through investments in renewable energy, with projects like Masdar City, a sustainable urban development, leading the way. Oil price fluctuations. While diversification has been successful, oil still plays a crucial role in the UAE's economy. Fluctuations in global oil prices can have a significant impact, especially on government revenues and public spending. The UAE has set ambitious goals for its future through its Vision 2030 inches and Vision 2050 inches initiatives, which focus on further diversification, innovation, and sustainability. The country aims to become a global leader in industries such as renewable energy, artificial intelligence, and space exploration. For example, the UAE launched its first Mars mission, the Hope probe, in 2020, showcasing its growing interest in space technology. The UAE's economic success stems from its oil wealth, strategic investments, and forward-thinking diversification efforts. It has transformed itself into a global hub for tourism, finance, and trade. While challenges remain, including dependence on expatriates and environmental concerns, the UAE's focus on innovation and sustainability ensures it remains one of the world's most prosperous nations. Switzerland comes in sixth, renowned for its financial services and high quality of life. Switzerland is a landlocked country located in Central Europe, bordered by France, Germany, Italy, Austria, and Liechtenstein. Known for its picturesque landscapes of the Alps, lakes, and forests, Switzerland has a population of approximately 8.7 million. Its major cities include Zurich, Geneva, and Bern, with Zurich serving as a global financial hub. Switzerland ranks 7th in the 2024 Forbes list of the world's richest countries, with a per capita GDP of around $97,660, approximately $129,350. The country's wealth is built on a combination of financial services, advanced manufacturing, and high-value industries like pharmaceuticals and technology. Financial services industry. Switzerland is globally recognized for its banking and finance sectors, particularly private banking, asset management, and insurance. The country's long-standing reputation for political stability, a strong legal framework, and a commitment to confidentiality in banking have attracted wealthy individuals and businesses from around the world. Zurich and Geneva are home to some of the world's largest banks and financial institutions. Pharmaceutical and biotech sectors. Switzerland is a leader in pharmaceuticals and biotechnology, with major multinational companies such as Novartis, Roche, and Lonza headquartered in the country. These industries contribute significantly to the Swiss economy through innovation, research, and exports of life-saving drugs and medical technologies. Advanced manufacturing and exports. Switzerland is known for producing high-quality products, especially in industries such as precision instruments, machinery, and luxury goods. The Swiss watchmaking industry, led by brands like Rolex and Patek Philippe, is renowned for its craftsmanship and contributes billions in exports each year. Stable political environment. Switzerland's neutrality and political stability have fostered a secure environment for investment and economic growth. The country is not a member of the European Union, EU, but it maintains strong economic relations with EU countries through various agreements, ensuring access to the European market while retaining sovereignty over its policies. Education and innovation. Switzerland invests heavily in education, particularly in research and development. It has some of the world's top universities and research institutions, fostering innovation in technology, pharmaceuticals, and engineering. The country consistently ranks high in global innovation indices. High cost of living. Switzerland is one of the most expensive countries to live in, particularly in cities like Zurich and Geneva. High housing costs, healthcare expenses, and other living costs present challenges for residents, especially those with lower incomes. Aging population. Like many developed countries, Switzerland faces the challenge of an aging population. This demographic shift puts pressure on social services, healthcare, and pension systems, requiring careful management and reform. Immigration and workforce needs. While Switzerland attracts skilled labor from abroad, immigration remains a sensitive political issue. Balancing the need for foreign workers to support economic growth with maintaining national interests is a continual challenge. Switzerland's strong economic foundations, based on financial services, high-tech industries, and innovation, position it well for future growth. The country is also focusing on sustainability, investing in renewable energy and environmentally friendly technologies to ensure long-term economic and environmental health. Additionally, Switzerland continues to play a role in international diplomacy, hosting organizations like the United Nations and the World Health Organization. Switzerland's success is built on a combination of financial services, innovation in high-tech industries, and political stability. Its world-class education system and commitment to research have cemented its position as one of the wealthiest countries globally. While challenges such as high living costs and an aging population exist, Switzerland's diversified economy and focus on sustainability ensure its continued prosperity. Seventh is San Marino, a microstate benefiting from a stable economy with a focus on tourism and manufacturing. San Marino is a small, landlocked country situated in southern Europe, entirely surrounded by Italy. It is one of the world's smallest countries, with a population of just over 34,000 people and covering an area of about 61 square kilometers. Its capital, also named San Marino, sits on Mount Titano, offering stunning views of the surrounding Italian countryside. San Marino ranks 8th in the 2024 Forbes list of the world's richest countries, with a per capita GDP of approximately $93,650, about $124,000. Despite its small size, San Marino's economy is relatively prosperous, driven by sectors such as finance, tourism, and manufacturing. Tourism is one of the most important sectors in San Marino's economy. The country's rich historical and cultural heritage, including its medieval architecture and status as one of the world's oldest republics, founded in 301 AD, attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors each year. The tourism industry is supported by well-preserved historical sites, such as the Three Towers of San Marino and the Palazzo Pubblico. Banking and finance. San Marino has a well-established financial sector, which, along with favorable tax policies, has contributed to its economic success. The country has positioned itself as a financial center for high-net-worth individuals and businesses seeking to manage their wealth in a low-tax jurisdiction. Although in recent years, San Marino has implemented reforms to comply with international transparency and anti-money laundering standards, its financial services sector remains a key driver of economic growth. Manufacturing and small businesses. San Marino has a robust manufacturing sector, particularly in industries like electronics, ceramics, and textiles. The country also promotes small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, which play an essential role in its economic landscape. These businesses benefit from San Marino's relatively low taxes and business-friendly regulations. Tax policies. Like many small countries, San Marino has a favorable tax regime, which has attracted foreign businesses and investors. While San Marino has faced international scrutiny for its tax practices in the past, it has taken steps to enhance transparency while maintaining its appeal as a business-friendly environment. Export-oriented economy. San Marino's small domestic market means that it relies heavily on exports, particularly to Italy and other European countries. Key export products include industrial goods, electronics, and agricultural products like wine and cheese. Limited economic diversification. While San Marino enjoys prosperity, Its small size and limited resources mean that it is heavily reliant on a few key sectors, namely tourism, finance, and manufacturing. A downturn in any of these areas could have a disproportionate impact on the economy. Global financial regulations. San Marino has faced challenges related to aligning its financial regulations with international standards. As global scrutiny of tax havens and financial transparency increases, the country must balance maintaining its competitive tax policies with adhering to international norms. Dependency on Italy. San Marino is economically and geographically reliant on Italy, which serves as its main trading partner and provides much of its food, energy, and other goods. Changes in Italy's economic conditions or policies could have direct effects on San Marino's economy. San Marino's government is focused on maintaining economic stability by continuing to develop its tourism and financial sectors while implementing reforms to align with global financial regulations. Additionally, efforts are being made to diversify the economy further, particularly by supporting SMEs and innovation in technology and manufacturing. San Marino's wealth is built on a combination of tourism, financial services, and manufacturing. Despite its small size, the country has managed to maintain a high standard of living and ranks among the richest nations globally. However, challenges related to economic diversification and dependency on key sectors require careful management to ensure. In 8th place is Norway, with substantial oil and gas reserves and a strong welfare system. Norway is a Scandinavian country located in northern Europe, known for its stunning natural landscapes, including fjords, mountains, and forests. It shares borders with Sweden, Finland, and Russia, and has a population of around 5.4 million. The capital, Oslo, is a hub for culture, government, and finance. Norway's vast natural resources, particularly oil and gas, have played a crucial role in its economic success. Norway ranks 10th in the 2024 Forbes list of the world's richest countries, with a per capita GDP of approximately $88,640, around $117,000. The country's wealth is largely attributed to its natural resources, high standard of living, and well-developed welfare system. Oil and gas industry. Norway is one of the world's largest exporters of oil and natural gas, thanks to the rich reserves found in the North Sea. The petroleum sector has been a key pillar of Norway's economy since oil was discovered off its coast in the 1960s. Revenues from this industry have helped fund extensive social programs and infrastructure development. Sovereign Wealth Fund, Norway's government pension fund. Global, often referred to as the Oil Fund, is the world's largest sovereign wealth fund, valued at over $1.3 trillion. Established in 1990 to invest oil revenues for future generations, the fund plays a significant role in the country's economic stability and helps ensure that wealth from oil is distributed across Norwegian society. The fund invests in a wide range of global assets, reducing Norway's reliance on oil and gas. Social welfare system. Norway boasts one of the most comprehensive welfare systems in the world, providing universal healthcare, free education, and generous pension schemes. The country's wealth is redistributed through high taxes, but citizens benefit from a high standard of living, low poverty rates, and strong social support networks. Renewable energy and sustainability. While oil and gas dominate Norway's export market, the country has also invested heavily in renewable energy. Hydropower generates almost all of Norway's electricity, making it a leader in clean energy. The country is also focused on reducing its carbon footprint and transitioning toward greener alternatives in areas such as transportation and industry. Diverse economy. In addition to oil and gas, Norway has a strong economy in sectors such as shipping, fisheries, and manufacturing. The country is one of the world's largest producers of seafood, particularly salmon, and its maritime industry remains a global leader. Norway also invests in high-tech industries, research, and development to ensure long-term economic growth. Dependency on oil and gas. Despite its diversification efforts, Norway's economy is still heavily reliant on oil and gas exports. Fluctuations in global oil prices can affect government revenues and economic performance, posing a long-term challenge as the world transitions to greener energy sources. Aging population. Like many developed nations, Norway faces the challenge of an aging population. This demographic shift will increase pressure on the country's pension system and healthcare services, requiring reforms to maintain sustainability. High cost of living. Norway has one of the highest costs of living in the world, particularly in urban areas like Oslo and Bergen. While wages are high, the cost of goods, services, and housing can be a challenge, especially for expatriates or lower-income residents. Norway is actively working to reduce its dependency on fossil fuels by investing in renewable energy, green technologies, and innovation. The country is also committed to maintaining its welfare system and high quality of life for its citizens. With its substantial sovereign wealth fund and proactive approach to economic sustainability, Norway is well positioned to navigate future economic challenges. Norway's economic success is built on its vast natural resources, particularly oil and gas, combined with a forward-thinking approach to wealth management through its sovereign wealth fund. The country's commitment to sustainability, social welfare, and innovation ensures it remains one of the most prosperous nations in the world. While challenges related to oil dependency and an aging population exist, Norway's diverse economy and focus on green energy offer a promising future. The United States ranks 9th. The United States is a vast country spanning North America, bordered by Canada to the north and Mexico to the south, with coastlines on both the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. It is the third most populous country in the world, with over 331 million people. The U.S. is known for its diverse landscapes, including mountains, plains, deserts, and coastlines, and for its major cities like New York, Los Angeles, and Washington, D.C. The United States ranks 9th in the 2024 Forbes list of the world's richest countries, with a per capita GDP of approximately $85,370, about $111,309. As the world's largest economy by nominal GDP, the U.S. plays a central role in global trade, finance, and innovation. Diverse economy. The U.S. has a highly diversified economy, spanning sectors such as finance, technology, healthcare, manufacturing, agriculture, and entertainment. Its economic diversity enables resilience in times of global market shifts and crises. Major industries such as Silicon Valley's tech giants, Apple, Google, Microsoft, Wall Street's financial firms, and Hollywood's entertainment sector are global leaders. Innovation and technology. The United States is a leader in innovation, particularly in technology, medicine, and scientific research. Companies like Apple, Tesla, Amazon, and Google are at the forefront of technological advancements, driving global change. The U.S. is home to many of the world's top universities and research institutions, which contribute significantly to technological and scientific progress. Natural resources. The U.S. is rich in natural resources, including oil, natural gas, coal, and minerals, which contribute to its economic power. The country is one of the largest producers of oil and natural gas in the world, and its agricultural sector is also a significant player in global food production. Financial services. The U.S. is home to the world's largest financial markets, including the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, and NASDAQ. Wall Street, centered in New York City, is the global hub for banking, investment, and financial services. U.S. financial institutions are key players in both domestic and international markets, shaping global economic trends. Entrepreneurial spirit. The U.S. has a strong culture of entrepreneurship, supported by a robust legal framework, access to capital, and innovation-friendly policies. This environment has led to the creation of countless startups and global companies that drive economic growth and technological advancement. Income inequality. Despite its economic strength, the United States faces significant income inequality. The gap between the rich and the poor has widened in recent decades, with many Americans struggling to afford healthcare, education, and housing. This inequality can hinder overall economic growth and social cohesion. Healthcare system. The U.S. healthcare system is among the most expensive in the world, and access to affordable healthcare remains a challenge for many citizens. While the U.S. leads in medical research and innovation, healthcare costs can be a burden on individuals and the economy. Political polarization. Increasing political division and polarization in recent years have led to challenges in policymaking and governance. This has at times hindered the ability to address key issues like infrastructure, healthcare reform, and economic inequality. National debt. The U.S. has one of the largest national debts in the world, with public debt exceeding $33 trillion in 2024. While the country's economy remains strong, high levels of debt can pose long-term risks to fiscal stability and future economic growth. The United States continues to invest in its future through innovation, infrastructure development, and education. Green energy, biotechnology, artificial intelligence, and space exploration are key areas of focus for growth. However, addressing income inequality, healthcare costs, and political divisions will be crucial for ensuring sustained prosperity. The United States remains a global economic powerhouse, driven by its diverse economy, technological innovation, and financial markets. While the country faces challenges such as income inequality, healthcare access, and political polarization, its ability to adapt, innovate, and lead in key industries ensures it will continue to play a central role in the global economy. The U.S. remains a top destination for investment and entrepreneurship, with a strong focus on future-forward industries like technology and renewable energy. Finally, rounding out the top 10 is Brunei. Brunei, officially known as Brunei Darussalam, is a small, oil-rich nation located on the northern coast of the island of Borneo in Southeast Asia. It is bordered by the South China Sea to the north and Malaysia to the south and east. With a population of around 450,000 people, Brunei is one of the smallest countries in the region by both population and land area. Its capital, Bandar Seri Begawan, serves as the political and economic hub. Brunei ranks among the richest countries in the world, with a per capita GDP of approximately $79,460 US, about $103,648. The country's wealth is primarily driven by its abundant natural resources, particularly oil and natural gas, which have been the cornerstone of its economy for decades. Oil and gas industry. Brunei's economy is heavily dependent on the oil and gas sector, which accounts for more than 60% of its GDP and over 90% of its exports. The country has significant reserves of oil and natural gas, particularly in the South China Sea, making it one of the world's largest exporters of liquefied natural gas, LNG, and crude oil. Revenues from this sector fund the country's extensive social programs and infrastructure development, government wealth and investments. Brunei's government, led by Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah, one of the world's longest-reigning monarchs, manages the nation's wealth through its sovereign wealth fund, the Brunei Investment Agency, BIA. This fund invests globally in a range of sectors to diversify the country's wealth and ensure financial stability beyond oil and gas revenues. The BIA's investments help to maintain the country's prosperity and provide for the future. Tax-free system. One of the notable features of Brunei's economy is the absence of personal income tax, which contributes to a high standard of living for its citizens. Brunei also offers tax incentives to foreign investors, further boosting its attractiveness as a destination for business, particularly in sectors like finance, tourism, and halal manufacturing. Welfare system. Brunei provides its citizens with free healthcare, education, and subsidized housing funded by the wealth generated from oil and gas revenues. The country's citizens enjoy a high standard of living, with one of the highest life expectancies in the region. Additionally, the government provides extensive social welfare programs, including pensions and unemployment benefits. Vision 2035. Recognizing the need to diversify its economy, Brunei has launched the Wawasan 2035 Vision 2035 initiative, aimed at reducing reliance on oil and gas by developing other sectors such as tourism, financial services, agriculture, and technology. The government is investing in infrastructure, education, and innovation to create a more sustainable, diversified economy. Over-reliance on oil and gas. Despite efforts to diversify, Brunei's economy remains highly dependent on oil and gas exports. This makes the country vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices, which can significantly impact its revenues. The declining reserves of oil and gas present a long-term challenge, and the country's ability to successfully diversify its economy is crucial for sustained growth. Limited economic diversification. While Brunei is pursuing diversification efforts, sectors like tourism and finance are still underdeveloped compared to its oil and gas industry. The small population and limited workforce also present challenges in expanding industries that require significant labor input. Geopolitical tensions in the South China Sea. Brunei's oil and gas reserves are located in the South China Sea, a region that is the subject of territorial disputes involving multiple countries, including China, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Vietnam. While Brunei has maintained a low profile in these disputes, the ongoing tensions in the region could potentially impact its oil and gas operations in the future. Brunei's vision. 2035 is critical for the country's long-term economic sustainability. The government is working to reduce dependence on hydrocarbons by investing in education, innovation, and the development of alternative industries such as halal products and Islamic finance. While the oil and gas industry will continue to be a major revenue source in the near future, diversification is essential to ensure continued economic stability. Brunei's wealth is predominantly built on its vast oil and gas resources, which have allowed the country to maintain a high standard of living and provide extensive social welfare programs. However, the country faces the challenge of over-reliance on hydrocarbons and the need for economic diversification. Through its Vision 2035 initiative, Brunei is positioning itself for a more diversified and sustainable future, focusing on sectors like tourism, finance, and technology to ensure continued prosperity in the decades to come. These rankings reflect the relative wealth of these nations based on their economic output per person, highlighting the differences in wealth distribution and economic structures globally. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights.